Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Midfield Pivot. It's back. Football is back. Great day. Saturday. Lots of games lined up. EPL, Bundesliga, La Liga. It's gonna be a good day. My name is Holi. You all know me as B Holi. We are here to discuss EPL fixtures. The less said about Arsenal last night, the better. Not that I expect anything differently from Arsenal, though. It is Arsenal at the end of the day. I think that what needs to happen is Arsenal fans need to realize that their team is properly mid-table, and they will struggle to make it into the top six. I don't see it happening. Arteta out is trending already, so yeah. The less said about Arsenal, the better. Anyway, moving right along. Today, the first fixture coming up is Man United versus Leeds United. Was supposed to be an exciting fixture. We're hoping to see Sancho start, maybe some Varane. The fact hasn't been announced yet. Bit of a concern. I mean, the guy signed 2 weeks ago, apparently, but still not being announced. Man United doing typical Man United things, dragging out transfer announcements. I don't know whether it's about marketing. I don't know whether it's about the video. Maybe he's getting piano lessons. I don't know. Anyway, so we're waiting on the Varane announcements. The team sheet is out. You wouldn't be I'm wrong for thinking that we're still in 2020 season. It's the same team as last season. You've got Tomini and Fred in the midfield. You've got Pogba on the left, James up front, no Cavani either. It's really underwhelming. Man United fans, I don't know if you should be concerned. It is, the first game of the season doesn't really determine anything. But still, to start off the same way you ended last season with all the promise and all the problems that you had in midfield already with McFred and wanting to change that and then to still continue with it. But preseason, we saw Van der Beek and Matic playing there. We had hoped that, probably first game of the season since they were the ones playing, you would see a Matic, Van der Beek, Bruno midfield, or maybe even a Van der Beek, Pogba, or Matic, Pogba midfield. But no, instead you've got a McFred midfield pivot, which, other than it being my favorite word to say, because it's the name of the show, it's really underwhelming. The fact that Sancho's not starting either, I really don't get the thought process behind that. I would think that, playing Sancho against Leeds would be perfect instead of playing Daniel James. Leeds know Daniel James. Leeds know exactly how to negate Daniel James. They've prepped for him last season. He did nothing. They know exactly how to play against Daniel James. What I'm trying to say, they've never played against Sancho. He would be unknown. It'd be such a big impact for him to start out. Play a good hour, then maybe take him off then if he gets tired. But now to start off with James, start off very conservatively by Ole. Very conservative to start. First home game, starting off so conservatively. The crowd is there, and you're not giving them anything to really be excited about. It's the same team, and I don't think you don't have to see that anymore. If you had Sancho on there in the beginning, the raw would be amazing. The sheer raw, seeing him start out wearing that whatever numbers on the wear, I don't know what numbers on the wear actually, but whatever numbers he's wearing, you would just get that extra bump. That's at least like a goal in Old Trafford. That's at least that fan excitement should be an extra goal in Old Trafford. But well, Ole's doing what Ole does, and there isn't really much we can say about that. Regarding Pogba on the left as well, I've always said that's, for this team and the way that Ole plays, maybe it works because it gives the space for Shaw to go down on the flank, and I guess that works out a bit. But still, I feel like it's such a waste for Pogba. This is exactly why the man wants to leave. You want to be sitting there playing on the left, and you should be in the midfield pivot, but instead you've got bloody McFred there. So now, what's the point of you being around? Do you want to go to PSG? Makes sense to me. So that's the Man United Leeds game. Expectations there. I really expect a very fast-paced game. That's how Leeds play. First game of the season, they're gonna come right at Man United, and I wouldn't be surprised if the same thing happens to Man United that happened last night to Arsenal. I would not be surprised by that at all. Whether that be reasons for panic, same view I have about Arsenal. I don't really think that it's enough for them to panic. The team was very young. It's a very young team. They didn't have Lacazette, they didn't have Aubameyang, so maybe we could always use that as factors to explain the results, and that maybe when those two are back, goals should come through. They should play better. They should win the games. Regarding Man United, if they do lose this game, it should send warning bells ringing. I mean, you lose your first game at home to Leeds, playing the same team you played last season. It won't end well. Ole out will train the same way as Arteta out is training right now. But again, I guess we'll see at the end of the game. I'm not expecting any good result from United from this game. Then at 4, we have Burnley against Brighton and Hove Albion. We have Everton against Southampton, Leicester at Wolves, and Watford against Aston Villa. Aston Villa game interesting for me because now I want to see whether are they going to start Danny Ings or continue Ollie Watkins. Danny Ings, prolific. Villa have just lost Grealish. He wasn't really playing that much anyway at the end of the season, so I don't think it should impact him that much. And adding Danny Ings in there, a proven finisher, should put him in very good stead. So I'm expecting a Villa win there. I really am interested to see though if Ings or Watkins starts, because that would determine my fantasy football team. Not gonna say who I have though. Then we have the big game I'm looking forward to as well at 4 is the Chelsea Crystal Palace game. For me, this has to be the start of the Chelsea dynasty. I'm really scared that this is where Chelsea show us exactly who they are and who they were gonna be last season if Tuchel had just come in a bit earlier. That team is firing, guys. We saw how they finished the season. We saw them win the Champions League. We saw them last week against Villarreal. Yeah, fine, it was on penalties, but still, that team it's on point. Hakim Ziyech, Havertz. The only weak link that I see is Timo Werner, but this might probably be his last start because next game I am expecting Lukaku to start. Are we gonna be seeing the beginning of the coronation for Chelsea being Premier League winners? I really do think so. This is the start, and depending on how they start and how well they start, they'll put real pressure on Man City and Liverpool, who are, for me, the only other contenders for this Premier League anyway. So I'm expecting a lot from this Chelsea game, expecting a big Chelsea win. Put your money on that. Big Chelsea win there. Then the last game for tonight is the Norwich against Liverpool game. We get another chance again it's a restart for Liverpool, essentially, from last season. They've got to put everything last season behind them, and this is another chance for them to just start afresh. Van Dijk is back. Joe Gomez is back. Yes, we have Robertson, but they got those two back. The midfield is now different. One of them is gone, so Thiago's going to obviously be now the man. It's going to be the Thiago midfield. It's the second season in the Premier League. We all know that the first season, usually people struggle to adapt to the Premier League, but then over time, it gets better. This is a chance now to show us the Thiago that we know he is. It should be easy run for Liverpool there. That high press, it's Norwich, for me, don't stand a chance. Maybe you might get to see a nice Timo Pukki performance, Timo Pukki goal, maybe for the fantasy football. We don't know. Timo Pukki always does that, but I really don't see anything other than Liverpool win here. Yeah, somebody for me. Other than that, that's what we're looking for in the EPL. However, now the big news is the PSG game. Yes, PSG, guys. PSG is playing tonight at 9, I think. Yes, 9. However, I'm not expecting a Messi debut. I'm not expecting a Ramos debut. I think it takes a bit of time for players to get up to speed for them to play in the team. Neymar's not going to be there either. He's still on his recovery from the Copa America. So it'll be just Mbappe essentially against Strasbourg. But then again, it is Strasbourg. I mean, the French league, aka the Farmers League. So there really shouldn't be any issues for PSG there. The only exciting thing was that if we're going to get to see Messi maybe come off the bench, maybe see Ramos off the bench, we don't know. However, I am looking forward to that. Beginning of a new era there for PSG, new era for Messi, new era for La Liga even. Going to get many more eyes on them, obviously. Other than that, that's about it for today. For today's games, very exciting games. Football is back. That always makes us happy. So yeah, we'll chat later, guys. For now, enjoy the games.